Hey fam, it's Lex. It's been a long time, maybe a couple months or something like that, and just wanted to kind of talk about getting back on your feet. So, if I were looking at my situation objectively, I would definitely say that I've been dealing with some depression, and I I usually end up having some shame around that, but that's kind of what I want to talk about. Everybody has these same cycles. Now, for some of us, we have kind of um, mental intricacies that lend themselves to actual legitimate clinical depression. But most of us have these same kinds of cycles. We don't always listen to them. We're a little far away from our natural habitat, maybe, so we don't listen to the same rhythms and cycles that we have within us naturally. But that doesn't mean they're not there. So that's kind of what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, the getting back on your feet, which includes rest and prioritizing rest. Okay, now in my family, there's definitely a pattern of clinical depression. So that's something that I need to be aware of when I'm looking at kind of like where am I in my own cycle of rest or activity. Um, and if you know that about yourself or about your family, you should definitely be cognizant of that. If that's not the case, you should still be aware that people have seasons of inactivity. People have seasons in the same way that, say, we can look at a tree and we know that a tree in winter preserves its energy, right? It lets go of the fruit, it lets go of the leaves and a lot of the branches, and it really draws all of its energy into its core, and it maintains on the least amount of energy possible until it's time to go through that blooming cycle again. We're a lot like that, right? Now, I think probably when we were more in a natural rhythm, it might be in that winter time, but you can apply those same seasons onto your own emotional lifespan, right? So you're gonna have those seasons of wintertime, you're gonna have those seasons of spring, you're gonna have those seasons of summer where everything's kind of humming and moving along. And it's a high energy time, but a stable high energy time. Spring is a time of bloom where the energy is rising. And then you're going to have that fall where the energy begins to drop off, and into that winter time where you are just maintaining your kind of core needs, your kind of core stuff, and you're resting. You're being inactive purposefully so that you can come back at it with a lot more new energy, right? If we don't respect that cycle, our bodies, our minds, our spirits will force us into a time of rest, a time of inactivity, either through physical exhaustion, not just like I didn't sleep last night, I'm tired, but physical exhaustion, like as a condition exhaustion, where your adrenal glands are tapped and you're just laid out, you're toast, you're done for. That is a way that your body will shut you down. You'll have these experiences too where your mental capacities begin to fade. You go into a time of rest, a time of forced rest. In order to avoid that, we have to build in and prioritize rest, not just sleep, but rest. A time where you're not adding on a ton of activities and whatever, where you just know that, this is the time where I'm going to binge on Netflix, I'm going to rest, I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm not going to be ashamed. I'm not going to destroy myself because I'm not getting things done that I think I should be doing. That is really, really important. For many of us, we feel like there's something shameful or something weak about resting or about having downtime. And so we get into this cycle where we start to badmouth ourselves. We start to say, oh, well, I'm lazy and I'm stupid and I'm not ever going to get anything done. I'm never going to be productive. I'm never going to finish school. I'm never going to finish blah, blah, blah. I'm never going to get that promotion. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that because I'm so lazy and I'm so blah, 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 blah. You have to stop that. Rest is important. It's an important part of having the energy you need to get done the things that you need to get done in your life. So you have to build in a certain amount of laziness, a certain amount of rest, and not feel ashamed about it, okay? Getting back on your feet requires that you rest, that you prioritize your health, that you take care of yourself so that you're able to do that. The other thing is about forgiveness. It's about this thing that I'm talking about. It's about saying, like, yes, I had this period, this season, this whatever, where I was chilling out, I was laying down, I was doing whatever. I'm not going to be upset at myself for that. I'm going to let that be that. That was what it was, and now I'm going to keep it moving. I'm not going to rail on myself and decide that because I did this at this point in my life, that means that I'm forever going to be lazy and stupid. stupid and not capable of getting anything done. That's the forgiveness piece. The next piece is about discipline and commitment. Okay, I talk about this a lot, discipline and commitment, but it's really important because discipline and commitment are what's going to help you move through when you don't want to do it. Look, nobody wants to get off their ass and do something that has to be done, okay? Nobody does. But if you make a commitment to do it and you have integrity in that commitment, right? And integrity is a quality that you're building within yourself. You're going to do what you say you're going to do. You're keeping this commitment to yourself. You've committed to doing something, you're going to do it because your integrity is what's on the line. Commitment is going to keep you moving in those times when you don't want to. And discipline, it's a practice. You do it because it's part of your discipline to do it. Discipline keeps you online. It keeps you on track. It keeps you moving along that line when you want to stop. That's what's going to get you back on track. Discipline and commitment. It's not sexy. It's not cute. It's not pretty. It's not fun. It does get the job done. Rest. Take care of yourself. When you're done resting, forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you needed to rest or be inactive or take good care of yourself, okay? Let that go. Then make some commitments to get some stuff done. Maintain your integrity in those commitments and make a discipline of it, okay? Get up, get after it. Let's do it.